It's funny to see CBR even admit that there's bad comic books. They've managed to find 10. I actually agree with some of the ones that they point out. Like, for example, the fact that they keep putting out Batman books that nobody wants. You actually have Batman books that aren't selling very well because the only way that DC Comics can make money is if they flood the direct market with Batman books. They put out, I've done videos on this, they flood the market with like 30 Batman books. And those are the only books that make the top 50 comic books. It's embarrassing for DC. It's so embarrassing that ICV2, for some reason, keeps hiding and refusing to publish the top 200 comic books every month. They've stopped doing it, probably because DC Comics looks pathetic every time they put one out. It's nothing but Batman books. They put so many out that some of them don't sell, which is unheard of for a Batman book. There's too many. People won't buy them because they can't afford that many Batman books. All the other characters, people have lost interest in them, and I wonder why. Go watch some of my other videos. The fact that the X-Men has become a mediocre shit show. Donny Cates, one of their biggest names, not doing so hot anymore. The Amazing Spider-Man, getting panned pretty bad because it's nowhere near as good as the Nick Spencer run. Like they're not doing that well. And that's Marvel's top book. But this isn't the focus of this video. The focus is on what they're about to do with the Punisher, and I wonder if this is true. Now, this is all a theory, but this Punisher book that they have out right now totally changes the character. They took the skull icon away from him. He no longer uses guns. He's now a ninja. I don't know if you knew that or not, but he's now a ninja. He uses swords and knives in his fists, which, I mean, could still be cool. I'm not going to lie. However, the Punisher has always used guns. He's always used them. But because Marvel always wants to stick it to the right, they've decided to remove all of those things and get rid of one of the most, in my opinion, iconic superhero logos of all time. The Punisher's skull logo is really cool. It sells tons of shirts. Don't worry. All of those shirts are still for sale, by the way. Of course they are. But in the comics, the logo is being changed. And I really wonder what's going to happen when they bring the Punisher into the MCU next year, because all reports say that Frank Castle is returning to Daredevil Born Again. So I wonder, are they going to change the skull? Are they going to take it away? And once again, further cuck the character. Well, now they're not done revamping him. Now, apparently, they might go back and change his origin, because of course they'll change his origin to make him some kind of a wimp or something, or make his entire crusade against criminals bad. Now, what they're teasing here, so let me give you some context. Right now, the Punisher is working for the Hand. If you watch Daredevil, the Netflix show, you know who they are, because they're in that series from what I remember. But he's working for the Hand organization now and taking care of business as their enforcer. And how they got him to do this is they used their resurrection technology to bring back his wife, Maria. So right now, his wife is alive with him. And that's how, there's the new logo right there on his suit. You see how ugly that is? Like an alien. So he's now like the big badass for the Hand, and the reason he's doing it is because they have his wife Maria, and the only way that he can be with her is if she stays inside that complex. The children can't be reanimated. They've been trying or something. But they keep heavily hinting that she might have had a hand in killing his children. So instead of it just being a group of bad guys that killed his family and sent him down a path of vengeance, it might turn out that she herself killed the children or had a hand in it, because they keep referring to a scene where Frank gives her a gun. And somehow, some way, it could be her fault that the children are dead. Will the series reveal that Maria had some hand in killing their children on accident or perhaps herself? The series has been going out of its way to make sure fans remember that Frank handed her a gun before and asked her if she knew how to use it in any event. We'll find out soon. Now, Marvel wants to reinvent this character, and nobody ever asked for that. These are probably some of the easiest stories to make awesome. They don't do anything with him, and it's kind of pathetic. You have to go to indie comics if you want anything like him. If they'll even let you buy them. There's a book by one of the Punisher's most iconic writers, Mike Baron. He has a book called The Private American. And basically what the character does is he goes down to the American-Mexican border and he takes out cartel that are doing quite well right now. I want to point that out thanks to our broken immigration policies here in America. So he goes down to the border to take out the cartel. Not regular people. Not people just looking for a better life. No, criminals. And Kickstarter and Indiegogo shadow banned it. Kickstarter banned it. The only way you can even find this book is if you go to theprivateamerican.com, theprivateamerican.com, and then it will take you to this website where you can order it. Mike Baron, of course, conservative, is not allowed to work in the mainstream industry, and because of that, he's gone independent. And this is probably one of the closest things that you will get to an actual Punisher book, and you can't get it because they shadow ban it or deplatform it off of Kickstarter. So because people that aren't working in the mainstream anymore try to go do their own thing, they get kicked off of platforms where they're trying to do their own thing. It's like, oh, you can't work in the mainstream industry? All right, we'll do our own thing. Oh, wait, no, you can't. So you can't read Private American from Kickstarter, but you can read books about dogs having sex with people or something. It's messed up. So give this book a look, theprivateamerican.com. It's bullshit that they've banned this. There's nothing racist about it. But, you know, it took a small group of leftists who went to this big leftist website that puts out nothing but propaganda, and they got it removed from the Kickstarter, and it's also shadow banned on Indiegogo, which is bullshit. These platforms are there for you to decide if you want to fund them. They shouldn't be making that call. Based on a small minority of people, some far leftists that are upset about something who were never going to buy any comic books anyway. Punisher just getting a bad rap all around. From the character to his iconic writers. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell. Check out my Rumble and my locals, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. Make sure to check out my locals. There's a link in the description. It's a fun community that I'm trying to build over here. If you don't want to support me on YouTube, you can come over here. None of that money goes to YouTube. You also can just come over here for free. But if you are a supporter over here, I do plan on doing an extra live stream once a month and throwing links to the supporters so you can actually come on and have a supporter live stream with me. Also, it's a good place to catch all of my content. You don't have to worry about notifications like YouTube. They'll definitely work over here. So come check out my locals.